Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called A Star is Born on the 18th of June. And that would be you looking this at this program. Indeed, you are a powerful star. You're full of energy like dynamite, and you can use this energy in whether mentally, physically, or even emotionally. It's all a question of harnessing the energy. You have to be careful in your speech and your actions. You must learn to take the soft approach. Otherwise, you'll just come out too strong and too pushy and too demanding. And when you take the soft approach, people will understand that you're coming into it very politely, and that's how you become lucky. And be careful. There are some planets that give you inferiority complexes, and these planets make you do that because they want to weaken and your self-respect for yourself. And because of this lack of self-respect, you'll become very dominating and very stubborn. Yes, I agree that you are a star born on the 18th of June, but learn how to take the soft approach. Use words which are soft, a tone of voice which is soft, and you will go miles and miles ahead. Your character is a wonderful character, but when you start to get angry, that's where the worrisome part of it is. Then you start to say things which people don't like to hear, and your actions will also be what people don't like to see. So, a star like you has to take the soft approach. Try always to remain not too loud and not too overactive because you can be very provocative with your words and provocative with your actions. Your compatibility is not very easy. On your own, you're much happier. But increase this compatibility, whether in job, whether in business, whether in personal areas of romance and marriage, and you'll be much, much a happier person. You can do wonders in this lifetime. You got the gift of communications, the gift of marketing skills. You are born very, very inventive and very, very creative. And you'll be lucky in terms of having the chance to get a good education for yourself. You will be an adventurer of some kind, a person who likes to be active in all ways. You can't sit behind a table for every 9 hours every day in an office. So choose an occupation which will let you wander the world if you want and creating opportunities for yourself. You could be a great sports person because extreme sports or any kind of sports will be very attractive to you to show your capabilities of energy, whether it's physical energy or whether it's mental energy or whether it's emotional energy. You have a lot of it. Learn how to harness it. You don't have energy to do everything in the world, tell yourself. So be choiceful. Get choices and let them talk to you about what you really want to do. In terms of compatibility, you'll have to work pretty hard, whether it's personal, job, or business. Always learn to take the soft approach, which simply means use words which are soft, a tone of voice which is soft, and a body language which is soft. And that's the way you harness being born on the 18th of June. But you're still a star because the possibilities of you making your way into success, whether as an artist using information technology, whether as a speaker and a writer, and whether in any form of level of creativity, is all there waiting for you to take it. You could be a fiery lawyer, a great active architect. You could be, as I said, a great sportsman in your life, and you could do business. You have the energy for that. In your health areas, you have to be careful that your arteries and your heart are being mentioned. So be careful that your arteries may be blocked due to high cholesterol, and that would weaken your heart. That's one of the things I worry for you. Well, I'm going to give you some positive ages. These are ages as samples. They will actually represent the milestones in your life and bring success for you at these ages, which I'm going to mention now. If you happen to be the ages of 23, well, even start earlier, the age of 5. So what can happen to you at the age of 5? You just become lucky because your parents may start to do well. So at the age of 5, 14, 23, 32, 41, 50, 59, 68, 77, 86, or 95. All these ages will work wonders for you. They will produce opportunities for you and they will bring chances of you to find progress. I'm going to give you another set of ages which are also considered positive ages. And if you happen to be the age of 8 or 17 or 26 or 35 or 44, 53, 62, 71, after 71 comes 80 and then 88 or rather 89. If you are of these ages which I've just mentioned, you will also have many opportunities to become a professional in some way or another, or to have a lot of landed property and to be lucky in other ways as well. I'm going to give you one set of negative ages. Be careful. If you are the age of 7, 16, 25, 34, 43, 52, 61, 70, 79, 88, or 97 years old, any of these ages that you're approaching or entering into, you have to be very careful in every area of your life, from accidents to losing money to having health problems. Anything can happen. So these are what I call milestones in your life. Some are good milestones and some are warning you that trouble waits for you. So when you see me for a 90-minute session, that's what I will do. In those 9 years, I will tell you all the ups and downs that are waiting to happen so that you can get a hold of circumstances. So you watch out for these negative ages. Overall, what remarkable is about you born on the 18th of June is that energy level that you have. Yes, sometimes it's explosive energy with a very bad temper. Sometimes it's energy which is remarkably wanting to help people as well. So you're quite an extremist in many, many ways. So how do you do what do you do about this? What you do about this is find the middle path. Try not to go too much to the extreme of good, too much to the extreme of bad, because your energies never stop. So they go to extremes. Even in health areas, you have to be careful, as I said, that your heart may have problems because your arteries are going to be narrow. In romance and marriage, you'll be very protective of the people you are for, whether married to or in love, and even your children. But sometimes being overprotective, it goes into their level of independence that they want for themselves. So always give people space. You may feel and do well for people, but when you are over defensive and over protective, then these problems can happen. Overall, what I'm most impressed with the people born on 18th of June is that they never tire. They can be up and down, but they always pick themselves up and they're ready to go. And these are the people who are adventurous in the world, whether for business, whether new horizons in medicine, whether anything, because they are dedicated to their profession. They have such energy like this. Lastly, regarding compatibility, what you have to do is to become more on the soft side. Much as you want to be protective, be on the soft side, which means leave the door open for changes with people. Otherwise, your compatibility, if you have a partner who is just as powerful as you, the clashes will come, the disagreements will come. So why not you take the soft approach, which means use words which are soft, the tone of voice which is soft, the body language which is soft, and that will help you. So you can be a star on the 18th of June. You can be a successful one if you just take the soft approach. It's as simple as that. But I hope one day you'll see me for a 90-minute session. During that session, I will have your date of birth and time of birth, and I will look at your palms. Your palms are very special. They are the work of your soul. Who changes these lines? Because palms change all the time. Who changes these lines and put new signs and old signs disappear? Is the soul that's sending messages through the palms. And so I read your palms that way, including your date of birth and time of birth. And I'll talk to you about your next 9 years, what's going to happen in all areas of your life. And during this session, I will talk to you intently about your health areas, because apart from accidents, the way you push yourself towards wanting to get where you are on a big scale, there's going to be a lot of wear and tear in you. And I'll go step by step to tell you which kind of doctors you ought to see and which kind of trouble you ought to take to lessen the exposure to risk. But for you, risk is all that you know. And that's why people like you wear themselves out. So take a lot of vitamins, I would say. Now, in this 90-minute session, I will show you how to reach your soul. And that will be the magical part of it. And I'll show you how, if you like to play lotteries, how to formulate your own lucky personal lucky numbers. I'll show you that as well. And I'll show you how to reach that magic I call the soul. Most of us get to meet the soul and get the energies in our late 50s and 60s and 70s. Always too late. It doesn't seem to be trusting to give to younger people. But I will show you how I can accelerate the energy for you. And whatever age you are that you come and see me, in about 2, 3 weeks, if you practice what I teach you, then it's very simple. You will be able to captivate the energy of your soul and start to become very, very special in whatever you do. So these are the ways which I will teach you during this 90-minute session. And your lucky colors and lucky gemstones and lucky days and lucky directions. All these energies will be taught to you so that you can climb the heights that you want to. Yes, you want to create a situation for yourself to be very respected and very known. But sometimes it goes overboard and you get to be feared. So always take the soft approach as well, and nobody will fear you. And they will understand what you do for people is for their own good. Well, here's my email. Send me this email if you wish to have a 90-minute session with me. And I'll talk to you about your next 9 years. Show you how they're going to pan out for you and all these other ways of becoming just straightforwardly very, very lucky. In the meantime, I wish you a good life. Thank you. Goodbye.